bitches, girl, if you came to party.
Pigtails. It's all about the pigtails.
Right.
Because you get them set up and you just grab them.
Uh-huh.
And it's a lot more grippy.
Kind of like handlebars?
Yeah, it's handlebars. That's what I've always.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works.
So a little bit of hairspray goes a long way.
So episode 5 of the Mr. Dade podcast. Welcome back, bitches. Licky, how are you?
I'm great.
Doing good?
I'm doing great.
How was your week?
It was fantastic.
Anything exciting happen?
Not really. It's just my 9 to 5 all fucking week.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't wait to get here to do the show.
Well, let's just jump into it. What did you want to talk about? I know you mentioned Valentine's Day earlier.
Yeah. Well, my 9 to 5 pretty much gets set up for. We work through seasons without getting into too many details and stuff like that. And right now, the season that's on deck, even though we're still in January, is Valentine's Day.
Right.
And I just can't fucking stand it already. I mean, we got, it's like the hearts and the fucking chocolates.
Okay, so you're not a big fan of Valentine's Day?
No, I'm not. And my favorite my favorite holiday for one is Halloween.
Right.
And I remember that early on more so than Valentine's Day. I think Valentine's Day only really became evident to me was like when I got into like my fucking 20s, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, Valentine's Day just slowly but surely just became my least fucking favorite holiday.
Why? I mean, is there any major reason why, or is it just comes off cheesy, or?
It just comes off as like they're just forcing you to sit. If you're in a relationship and stuff like that, it's perfectly fine. You want to sit down there and celebrate a day that you're supposed to sit down there and be more appreciative of your partner or whatever the fuck the case is. That's great, but I just think it's overdone. It's forced. It's like, okay, on one day you're supposed to sit down there and love your spouse or whatever it is. It's different. Like if it's your anniversary, it's different. Anniversary of when you guys got together, or your anniversary of when you got married or whatever. It's a lot different than just Valentine's Day. Like, who the fuck even knows what the hell Valentine's Day is to begin with?
No, yeah, I have no idea. It does come off like a little like disingenuous. Excuse me, for sure. It just seems like one of those like man-made, made-up fucking holidays that you're supposed to go out and buy chocolates and a fucking card and. It just doesn't come. It doesn't come off genuine.
Right. It's very like formatted. It's not even really special anymore. It's just that that's why I don't fucking like Valentine's Day anymore. It's just fucking ridiculous. It's a holiday we could all do. Valentine's Day is pretty much, when you think about it, it's all about the guy fucking doing stuff for the girl, in my opinion. In any facet of however the fuck way you look at it, Valentine's Day, just like Christmas is with parents giving presents to their kids. It's the same difference.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, nobody ever really thinks about, brother to brother, sister to sister, whatever, father to son. It's always on Christmas Day is parents giving their presents to kids. Valentine's Day, it's all about boyfriends or husband giving presents to their wives or girlfriends or their crushes or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's just whatever. I don't fucking care anymore.
You look like you want to say something, Melissa.
Yeah, she wants to say fuck Valentine's Day right in the asshole. Right?
Well, she actually got me I remember one year for Valentine's Day. I can't remember. She bought me
2 good years.
She bought me
just 2.
A boxing stand. Remember, with a boxing bag? Remember that? Yeah, and she put it together for me and everything. That was pretty cool. That's probably the best.
But yeah, that's what it goes back to what the fuck I'm saying though.
What?
And got into my little car.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. The girls doing something for the guy for a change, as opposed to, guys just always going out of their way for, the chicks on Valentine. If anything, it should be fucking the other way around, because guys are always going out of their way to do stuff for girls anyways.
But don't you think it's not necessarily Don't you think it's not necessarily
Yeah, they are. Huh. It's always the pursuit of the guy.
How do you figure?
How do I figure? Because it's always the fucking guy pursuing the girl. Well, in most cases or whatever. Are you talking
about new relationships? Are you talking about? Are you talking about new relationships?
I'm talking about any fucking relationship.
Because usually in a relationship,
I'll say most of them.
Most women do your laundry.
Nobody does my fucking laundry. I've always done my own fucking laundry.
Goes to the grocery store, cooks dinner for you.
Nope. I don't know about all that.
Cleans the house.
I don't know. It's a very, very different. It's two different worlds. I don't know what world you're in, man.
Apparently, your brother has a really good.
I'm just saying, I like when you mention what she did for you. That's awesome. That's great. I think Valentine's Day should be the one day where it's like fucking flipped.
I actually had my brother help me put it in my little car, drive it over there, help me put it together.
What
and
fucking
it was like
little car are you talking about? What car did you have was little?
The Civic? Sarah, the Civic?
I think so, yeah.
It's like
I
a
don't
two-door.
know why you would describe that as a little car. It's pretty standard size, unless you were driving like a fucking, like a Bug or a goddamn like.
It was 2-door, small in the back.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, that's like a.
No, it was
regular
pretty
size
big
car.
box, and it was like over 100 pounds.
It's hot. So that you brought him the bag inside of that car? Is that what the punching?
No, the stand.
The boxing stand. Cause it's
The
a
boxing
and then
stand.
you hang the bag. It's like a. I think
The
it's
metal
like an
one?
80-pound It's like an 80-pound bag. So it's the boxing stand. And I don't even know how much that boxing stand probably weighed. How much do you think it probably weighed? Like 150 pounds maybe? It weighed weighed probably double what the bag size
42,000
weighed.
pounds.
So the stand was probably.
I got it in the car by myself. I like propped it up
Yeah.
and then slid it in and then.
The stand was probably 150 pounds, and I'm guessing the bag was probably about 80 pounds.
Fuck
Right.
beans.
Yeah. I think it's more so. I think, okay, look. This
And then
is.
your sunglasses, those ones like.
Yeah, okay. This is.
It's another 20 pounds.
This is my take on it. I think that look, Paligi's a nice guy. Okay, I think that maybe he kind of dealt with females that maybe
Nah,
kind of
man.
expected.
It's
You
not
know, maybe kind of were just like those types of girls. Were just kind of like, okay, like what are you gonna get me? Like it doesn't matter if it's Valentine's Day. It doesn't matter what fuck day it is. You know what I mean? Like just kind of like, okay, what are you gonna get me on this special occasion? You know?
Go ahead.
No, I mean,
What
it
did
doesn't.
I tell you the last time you got me roses on Valentine's Day?
Shove them up your ass?
What do you mean? What did you tell me?
What did I tell you?
I have no idea.
Don't
what you told me.
ever get me flowers on Valentine's Day because they jack the price up.
Oh, okay. So you're right about she's
it on
worried about
another
the
day.
price. Right. It could
You
be
love
any
me,
day.
do it on
I'm
another
just saying,
day.
like specifically on like a holiday, like what people do for each other. You know. I'm just saying, like with him specifically, maybe he was kind of dating.
What, tainted? No. It has nothing to do with any of that stuff. It doesn't come. It's looking at it from both sides of the spectrum. Trust me. Whenever I sit down there and make a judgment on something, I'm looking at it from both angles. And what I'm saying is that Valentine's Day is overrated. It's not coming.
is.
It's not coming from a place of bitterness and whatever else. I've had my fair share of people doing stuff for me on this particular holiday or whatever it is. I'm just saying the majority of the times it's just disingenuous, like you said,
Right.
and it's just forced. It's just fucking bullshit. It's like I said, unless it's has something to do with people sharing their relationship as far as like their anniversary and stuff like that. That's different. Valentine's Day is just forced. It doesn't matter.
Or do people
It shouldn't-
like do you see do you think people get the same types of presents that they well, okay, let me ask you
normally
this
get?
way. Would you buy your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, your significant other, the same type of present on Valentine's Day that you would on Christmas?
if it's me, probably.
Like diamonds, for example. Like I see a man buying a woman diamonds more so on Valentine's Day than they would on Christmas.
That's true.
Right? I mean, what do you think? What do you think, bitch?
I think the only time you bought me diamonds is on Christmas and my birthday, never Valentine's Day. Because we don't celebrate Valentine's Day, really. To me, I think it's a
I'm just saying maybe in
stupid
general.
holiday that restaurants and retail,
Like Denny's.
they jack up the prices on shit, and I think it's stupid.
No, I'm saying in general. Like, do you think that's what people do? Like on Valentine's Day, it's like very specific as far as like diamonds and chocolates. Like if I bought you chocolates for Christmas, you'd probably be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, it's formatted.
It's very specific.
If you bought me chocolate, I would say make sure you get me chocolate covered strawberries because that's what I like.
Yeah, on fucking Christmas though. You know what I'm
I don't
saying? Like
care.
that's what we're trying
Yeah,
to.
I'm saying in general. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm saying in general, like
It would be fucking weird.
it'll be weird, right?
Like here, Merry Christmas. Here's a box of chocolates in a heart-shaped box with some fucking roses. You know what I mean? Like it's more formatted towards like this isn't you would fucking say this isn't Valentine's Day, right? That's exactly what you would say. and then you'd eat all the chocolates.
No, I'm not that kind of girl, but there's a lot of girls out there like that.
Yeah, like the one Splingy fucks with.
Fucking whores.
Yeah.
So the origins of before we go to that, what's probably like the weirdest shit you've either ever received or given on Valentine's Day as far as gifts? I'm not talking about like oral. I'm talking about like stuff you buy at the store, stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything weird that I've given or even received. I think it's just all kind of goes back to my point. You just kind of receive like the generic gifts for Valentine's Day. Yeah, I can't really think of anything weird
that I gave you.
No, well, yeah.
Difficult.
All your gifts are special.
Oh, special like. Just kidding.
Yeah.
You need the special parking.
Let's ask Poliki the same
gift?
question.
Right.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because I think you might have a better response.
Yeah, have you ever gotten anything weird or
I've given some weird shit where the bitch fucking like freaked out and like
herpes?
It was yeah. Here's herpes, surprise. No, it was I got her a fucking I got her a it was like this creepy ass doll, and I stuck it inside of it was a coffin. Thinking back on it, but you know what? As far as fucking gifts, like for me personally, it's like if you can't think, because everybody like gifts in general, people always fucking trip out as far as gifts. Like I don't know what they get the person. They've known the person like fucking forever or whatever. And they're like, oh, I don't know what they get the person. It's like, you know what? If you don't know like to get to them, if you don't know what to give to them personally, because you don't know who they are, what they would want to get or whatever, obviously you know your fucking self. Right. So it's like it's either a gift for them or from me. I've always fucking said that. So if I'm a fucking horror freak or whatever else, and I don't know what to get you personally, then it's going to be a gift from me for you. So it'll be like a fucking horror doll or whatever the thing is, unless I know personally what it is that I'm going to get for you specifically. And I've always said that. So I got the girl, it was like a fucking like Dracula doll or whatever, and it was inside of a fucking coffin. And I got some like fake ass diamonds. I remember where I got it from too. I went to, it was Hot Topic. And I think that's where I got all the horror shit from. And then I went to, it was like Target or whatever it was. It was a very last minute. And got some like fake fucking jewelry or whatever. And put all that stuff together. And I remember she fucking freaked out because it was like it was inside of a fucking coffin. Right. And then I ended up getting all the shit back. And then I threw it in the trash at the job that I was working at.
Wait, she gave it back to you?
She gave it back to me.
That's fucked up.
She was like freaking out. She's like, what is this? Like whatever. And I was like, I put a lot of fucking thought into it. Right. And it was just, obviously unappreciated. And I ended up throwing the shit into the trash.
Wait, you should have threw her in the trash.
Yeah.
How long did you stay with her after this?
if you're thinking about the one that I've been, no, it was the other one.
Well, okay, so how long?
It was like, I don't know, fucking 2 years on and off or whatever.
2 years.
The one we met once.
Christ.
Yeah, once.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. But yeah, good times. Good times.
Why don't you tell him about the time you brought me that gift?
Good times.
Oh, she's talking about
Horace.
Me and Michael brought her for her birthday. We
so on.
Yeah, I don't. Well, how old were you? Or what age did you turn?
A lot younger.
Well, I don't remember how old she
Probably
was.
21.
Maybe 21, but
20 years ago.
So I called him Michael. And for those of you who don't know, Michael is my brother. Is my brother. So I was like, I want to do something cool for Melissa. Let's go to the mall. And I didn't really have in mind what I wanted to do. I think we got to the mall and I was kind of like, okay, you know what? Let's buy her 13 black balloons. And do you remember what kind of doll Horace was? He was like one of those like scary dolls that you buy, those creepy looking dolls. Go downstairs to get him. No, I don't want to get him. He's probably hibernating.
He's a blue devil.
So we bought her like 13 black balloons and a little scary little devil doll. I think we wrapped it in a black box, right? Yeah, we took it to your work, and I remember you freaked out. Even your
I didn't freak out. I was just embarrassed because everybody was like, whose birthday is it? And then they asked me, how old are you? Because I thought I was like 50.
Like 14.
They're like, but you don't look that old.
Yeah. But that was cool, though. See, See, the cool thing to me about something like that is maybe that's not necessarily something that she expected, but it was something that she knew it was for me. It was like my personality. So I think that's why that kind of sticks out.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? Yeah, it's like I think if you're going to buy a present for somebody, it doesn't matter how expensive it is or how extravagant it is. If you can really get into that person's
Just needs to
something that they
mean
like or they
something.
love or they enjoy, and it's a part of you or each other, that that really hits home, right? Right? Am I right?
Like your semen
Yeah.
and the little egg.
Right.
Just like every Valentine's Day, I get you Reese's Pieces because that's your favorite candy.
Yeah. So like the Reese's Pieces thing, like she knows that I love it, and she gets it for me
Just
every
a
year.
little simple thing.
Right.
The lumpia.
Yeah. So that's it's a good thing. But weren't you gonna look up the history of Valentine's Day? Like what?
Yeah, I already got it right here.
Was
It's
it
actually
like
pretty dark.
Saint Valentine or some shit? And
It's actually pretty dark. I'll let you guys take some guesses. You're St. Valentine or whatever.
yeah.
Melby, do you know where Valentine's Day comes from?
No.
No. Do you know it's actually more of a religious holiday than anything? And most people
Right.
don't remember
Yeah. Yeah.
that? Obviously, St. Valentine's Day, right?
Right.
So it says right here, from February 13th through the 15th, the Romans celebrated the feast of. Let me get this right because I actually wrote it down. It's Lupercalia. That's what it's called. Emperor Claudius II executed 2 men. This guy fucking killed 2 people, both named Valentine, on February 14th of different years in the 3rd century AD. Their martyrdom was honored by the Catholic Church with the celebration of St. Valentine's Day, which is obviously celebrated on the 14th. So it was based off of 2 guys getting fucking whacked, right? And
And
what
we
was
celebrate that.
actually, if you look into, because there's different points of view on how everything turned out.
Right.
It actually talks about the Catholics trying to, because I guess like Lupercalia is more of like a Christian celebration or whatever it is, and I guess the Catholics like kind of swooped in or whatever, and were trying to change that Christian holiday into more of like a Catholic holiday, and celebrating Valentine's Day or some shit like that, as far as what they were talking about. But anyway, it originates from 2 guys fucking getting killed.
So where does the whole like bow and arrow thing come in? and stuff?
I think as far as the origins
That's
of
how
all
they
that
died.
shit. Well, I mean, if you look at Cupid and stuff like that, it's very sort of Romanesque as far as like its hair, and I don't even know what the fuck that thing is or whatever, but it's very sort of like religious looking or whatever. It looks like a little angel with the fucking bow and arrow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't really look up the origins of that. I actually forgot about him. I think I lost track when it was talking about the 2 guys getting fucking killed, because that was just so took me back a little bit. As far as just in the holiday itself being originating from fucking 2 people getting killed.
Right.
What the fuck you smiling for? Oh. But you were laughing because 2 guys got fucking murdered so that you could get your goddamn chocolates
Certain things I hear.
Rocks off.
and your roses.
Actually, I don't really get much on Valentine's Day anymore.
I think honestly, I think Valentine's Day is the one holiday. Valentine's Day is the one holiday that this world could, do without, to be
Yeah.
honest. It's just a bullshit holiday, man. It's just, fucking, it's just stupid. Like, what's another bullshit holiday? Christmas? Just kidding.
St. Patrick's.
Hanukkah?
St. Patrick's
Wow.
party.
Wow.
I didn't say Hanukkah.
I did.
No, I said St. Patrick's.
You said it with your eyes. You didn't have to
Okay,
fucking
you
say
said
it.
it.
You said
St.
Hanukkah.
Patrick's Day?
No, St. Patrick's is fun to party on. Let's see.
Here, go ahead and talk to the mic.
I don't know.
Okay, how about not talking to the mic? What about, okay, so best holidays, top 3 holidays in my opinion. Halloween's number 1. And then I could really live without Thanksgiving. I don't really give 2 shits about Thanksgiving. Halloween's number 1.
It's a lot of food.
Christmas And then because you get a ton of shit, you get a ton of gifts, and New Year's.
Aren't the gifts kind of not there anymore as we get older?
That's not true. I'm just saying in general. I'm not,
I think what you're kind of looking at is Christmas. It kind of goes from when you're younger to receiving gifts, and then when you're older, it's more so like giving gifts and stuff like that. Because I'm sure you obviously love giving gifts to your kids and stuff like that. So it just kind of changes. You know what I mean? But
I like to see the joy in their faces and stuff.
Yeah. But I think it kind of just circles back to what his point was as far as gifts in general, either giving or getting and stuff like that. And I think when you're younger, it's getting, and then as you get older, it's more so just giving and stuff like that. Is the whole thing behind that. But with Valentine's Day, obviously comes with like a lot of fucking like romance and stuff like that. What would be what would you guys consider to be romantic as far as the holiday goes, or just stuff in general?
Well, maybe not us specifically, because we're not very romantic. But I guess in general, romantic would be, if you want to be romantic, take your loved one out on a dinner, maybe a movie, maybe a nice quiet dinner followed by a movie. Maybe after the movie, kind of go off and find a nice little dark spot to park, and then you lean over,
like by a dumpster.
Maybe you lean over and whisper in your ear,
So different.
"I want to finger you."
What are we, 16 again?
Yeah. Bitch, you ain't gotta be 16 to get fingered.
Hey, wrap your mouth around my dick.
Yeah.
Oy.
That's pretty much what happened.
Oh, so that's your guys' romantic.
No, it's not. I'm just saying. I was going along with his story.
Yeah. Well, why don't you give your definition of what's romantic to you? What would be a perfect night?
And we're not talking about like the definition per Hollywood and fucking whatever else. We're just talking about per you.
Yeah. Here, I got
I'm
talking
not
to the mic.
Hollywood at all. So I'm not that romantic. So I would like to probably go out
You have to talk into the mic.
to dinner.
All the fucking hold on.
No, to dinner,
all the
have some
fucking
drinks,
all the complaints.
and, like,
just
have fun
narrow
and
it
party?
down. Oh, yeah, exactly. So just say exactly what you would want.
I just said, go out to dinner to have good food.
Where?
and
Where you wanna go to dinner
drink and have fun.
Where?
Play
Where'd you go
pool,
to dinner?
maybe.
Where'd you go to dinner at?
I don't even have a favorite restaurant.
Winchester.
Skizzler?
Sizzler's good.
Are you gonna eat Scrimps?
Cheesecake's good.
Cheesecake Factory or just cheesecake in general?
Cheesecake Factory. Those avocado egg rolls.
See.
Play pool, get drunk. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No, the reason why I was talking about movies because I actually pulled up the top 10 most romantic movies according
What,
to
the
this
Notebook?
particular website. I'm trying to make my way back because somehow it wound up on some stupid
My favorite
fucking
movies would
movie.
be The Notebook.
Hey,
It's
man.
complicated.
It's who the fuck's in It's Complicated?
Well, I don't know.
Meryl Streep. And
Really?
what are those?
When they were young,
The
was when she was
Baldwin, the
younger?
Baldwin brothers.
Alec Baldwin
Alec.
and
I think it's-
Billy,
No.
William,
No. What's the other one?
Charles Baldwin.
I don't remember the other one's name, but
Motherfucker, I just named like
They
fucking
were
3 out of
married,
4 of
and
them.
then they got divorced, and then they
Right.
had an affair.
It was Alec, William. I think what's the fat one? There's the fat
yeah,
Baldwin.
him.
I don't know his name.
Oh, Alan.
I don't think so.
Was it Alec, Alan, and Ronald?
Ronald Reagan. Anyway, per this website, okay, starting with number 10, as far as most romantic movies, which obviously would pertain to Valentine's Day and stuff like that. And I don't know if you've seen this movie. I know you've seen this movie, When Harry Met Sally,
Okay.
with
Sounds
Meg Ryan and
familiar.
Billy Crystal.
Right, yeah.
Haven't
Maybe
seen
back
it.
in the 90s, maybe.
Yeah,
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time, but okay, I could probably see that.
you remember how
I asked you
they?
a question. Have you seen it?
Huh?
I asked you a question. Have you seen it?
I have no
You've,
fucking idea. if
you've
you've
probably
seen
even if you haven't seen the movie, everybody's seen that one scene where Meg Ryan's in the restaurant and they're talking about women faking orgasms and stuff like that. And I think Billy Crystal's take on it is like, oh well, women don't fake orgasms or whatever it is. And she sits down
They
there and
do
does
every
that
day.
whole fucking Wow. And she sits down there and does that fake orgasm in the middle of the restaurant. Everybody's seen that film. It's like Forrest Gump with, Life's Like a Box of Chocolates and Meg Ryan having an orgasm in the middle of a restaurant.
Movies one time.
Okay, so obviously When Harry Met Sally wasn't part of your romantic cinematography experience.
Yeah, I wasn't really a big fan of that movie. I don't know what. That scene that you're talking about, though, that was a pretty cool scene, though.
When just go back and watch any movie at any point in your life, and it's going to mean something totally different. So I'm sure that whenever you watched it, it was like fucking whatever, you know what I mean? But if you go back and watch it now, it may mean something different. Or maybe 10 years from now, you may go back and watch it. But moving on. So that was number 10 as far as the top 10 most romantic movies ever made or whatever.
So The Notebook not make it?
Well, we're going to keep going with the countdown here.
List, that's all.
Number 9 is 10 Things I Hate About You.
Sorry.
What's number 9?
10 Things I Hate About You. You guys know that fucking movie, right?
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
10 Things I Hate About You?
Refresh my memory.
That's the one with Heath Ledger and the guy, the rich guy has a crush on the girl who's a sister to whoever, and she doesn't date. So he hires Heath Ledger to date the girl so that she could start dating her, some shit like that. I forgot the actor's name.
I kind of vaguely remember that movie. I don't...
What's that fucking girl's name, dude? The one that from that movie where it was like dancing, and she was a white girl, and it was a black guy, and they had like an interracial relationship. No, it was like Dirty Dancing with like ethnics.
She had curly hair, right?
Yeah, and they're like, the fuck was it called?
What's her name?
They were like dancing together. They were teaching her how to fucking whatever. The fucking movie's not romantic
Forrest
if you don't know what.
Whitaker.
So that was number 9, right? Again with the Filipino accent coming out. God damn it. Number 8. Again, Love Actually. You got another movie. Ryan Reynolds. Love Actually.
I have never seen that fucking movie.
Well, he's got a daughter,
Watch this
and he's
stuff.
telling the girl about who his mother is, and he's like, "There's 3 different girls."
I'm pretty sure that's fucking definitely maybe.
Well, which one's this one?
Get your fucking facts straight.
What's Love Actually then? I don't recognize. Hold on, let me play the trailer.
Merry Christmas. The holiday season. It's the
Oh, this is the wrong movie.
This fucking asshole.
All right,
What's the next one?
so it's not very romantic.
Wait, is that the one where she could like trade houses or something?
Nobody knows. It's with what's his face from fucking 9 Months and what's that one with Julia Roberts? She's
a queen.
Notting
Pretty
Hill.
Woman? Oh.
The fucking English
the
actor.
fucking
What's his
intro
name?
song.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that movie.
Fucking Sissy Spacek. What's her name?
Tom Clancy.
No, but that's Carrie.
His name.
Tom Clancy.
All right, great.
Rainbow Six.
Coming in at number 7, another Meg Ryan film. You've Got Mail.
Proof of Life. Oh, with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, and Meg Ryan. You guys seen that movie?
Yeah.
Came out in
Yeah, I've seen that
1998.
movie. Finally, a fucking movie we've seen.
You've Got Mail.
Fucking assholes digging in the fucking archives.
Motherfucker, top 10 of all time. Just because you haven't seen it doesn't
Is
mean
this-
it's not romantic.
A list that you made, or
Yeah, it's a list I made. I took the time before the show. No, I ain't no
Probably why
goddamn
we
making no
don't know
lists.
And these fucking
I
movies.
know.
I'm actually looking at pornography right now. I'm just making up movies as we go along.
Mia Khalifa.
The next one's Go. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, this one's You've Got Mail. So any thoughts or comments on this movie?
I actually don't remember. Is that one?
I don't remember either. I just remember she got mail. It was the
Isn't that one?
beginning of the internet.
Meg Ryan. And that was AOL.
They've
Yeah,
actually...
beginning of the messaging.
Doesn't Meg Ryan message Tom Hanks in some kind of a chat room,
Yeah,
or
something
something?
Like that.
and she wants to like suck his pee-pee?
Right.
She wants to lick his box of chocolates. They've been in 2 movies together. What was the other one that they were in together? You've Got Mail. No, it's another one.
Splash.
No, Sleepless in Seattle. You remember? They were
I've
both
never
in that
seen
movie
that
too.
movie.
I remember the
Fuck
name
the both
of
of you.
that.
God damn
I'm
it!
trying to remember the movie.
I just don't watch anything.
Watch this stuff. I really don't watch movies
Yeah.
anyways.
Weren't
Alright.
they in Splash? Wasn't she a mermaid?
No, that was
Yeah,
Fuck
Splash.
Tom Hanks and Holly
John Candy.
Hamilton,
Are you making up names?
Jenna Johnson, Lawrence Jameson, Jesterson.
Jess.
All right, here's a movie you fuckers have seen. Coming in number 6, Titanic, with Leonardo DiCaprio and
I've
Kate
never seen
Winslet.
it.
Finally.
You've never seen it? Okay, that comes in at number 6 as the top
Come back.
10
Come back.
tramp movies of all time.
Yeah.
Thoughts,
Jack
comments?
Dawson and Rose. What's your last name in the movie?
Dawson.
Rose McGowan.
Rose, I don't know her regular name, but yeah, Rose Dawson. Jack Dawson.
Is that really romantic though?
Dawson's.
Kinda
Yeah,
tragedy?
dude, motherfucker. The damn
Kinda
boat's
like
going down.
action, tragedy, drama.
Well, the classic definition of what a romantic movie is when the guy chases the girl. And at the end, I don't remember what happens
At
at
the
the end.
time, it was a 3-hour movie. It gave me 3 hours to do whatever I wanted to because I said I was going to see the Titanic.
Wow. So what the fuck did you end up doing, romantics? Yeah.
That was before
Stroking
him.
dicks. And licking chicks.
That was before our time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Makes it.
The Titanic
That's a
went
wash
down,
then.
and you went down.
Before our time.
Before our time.
Can we use that line?
The king of the world. Who wouldn't be in love with Leo in that
Right, what's
movie?
the
Dang, I've seen the Titanic
Who
supposedly
wouldn't
like
be in love with
20
Leonardo
times. I don't
DiCaprio?
know.
What's the next movie?
So I tell my parents I'm gonna go see the Titanic, and then
Remember
Sure he did.
Fabricio?
Did
What's
whatever
that
I
guy's
wanted.
name?
Fabricio, that fucking idiot. He was just there to
That was
die.
that Italian kid, right?
He was just there to die. He was also in The Rock. He died in that movie too,
friend, right?
and some other stupid
Yeah,
ass
the
movie.
Italian kid.
yeah, it's fine.
Fabricio.
Yeah.
Okay,
Typecasting.
what's the fucking next movie?
All he does is die. Okay, number 5. Top 5 most romantic movies of all time, according to this website. Dirty Dancing. Right?
Patrick Swayze.
Jennifer Grey and Patrick
Jennifer
Swayze.
Grey.
You know he sang that movie? What can you remember the name of the song that he sang in that movie?
It's too old for me.
Doesn't matter if it's old. You had to have seen this movie at some point in your life.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I don't know.
It's like, oh my god.
Did I see that movie?
Was it I Just Called?
I might get this wrong, just like I did with Definitely Maybe and Love Actually, but I'm pretty sure She's Like the Wind. Oh, it says it right here. It says, it is sad the movies these days rarely feature songs sung by the actor because Patrick Swayze's She's Like the Wind is one of the only best parts of this movie, according to this website. But he sang that song, She's Like the Wind, towards the very end when they actually, it was like one of the only times they showed the car he actually has, and I think he busts the window out. No, that's a different part of the movie.
The Mercedes?
No, it's a 56. I think it's a Chevy Bel Air that he drives. It's black and white, two-tone. And he ends up singing that song during that part of the film. She's
I
like the
don't
wind.
fucking remember that.
She's like the wind. Doesn't sound like that, but. Coming in number 4. Top 10 most romantic movies of all time. The Wedding Singer.
How's that
What
romantic?
fucking website are you on?
The
How
Wedding
the
Singer.
hell is that romantic?
I'm just going off. You know, it's funny. Most of these fucking
Oh, I'm
lists.
thinking Wedding Crashers, I think.
Yeah. The
Okay,
Wedding Singer.
So the Wedding Singer is like Drew Barrymore, right?
Yeah, and Adam
And she's-
Sandler.
Yeah, okay.
You remember that scene when they're on the fucking airplane at the end and he's talking about the fucking remote control?
I
God
remember
damn
them
it.
at a
Somebody
wedding
sings that
and
song.
then that's it.
I'm pulling it up right now.
I think it's a great movie, but I think it's like
Good afternoon, everyone. We're flying at 26,000
This is just for us. You can cut the fucking thing out. I don't give a fuck.
and we got clear skies all the way to Las
no, it
Vegas.
should be fine.
Right now, we're bringing you some in-flight
Billy Idol,
entertainment.
right?
One
Yeah.
of our first-class passengers would like to sing you a song.
I love this
inspired
fucking
by one of
song.
our country's
Every fucking movie that these assholes are in, he always sings a song
passengers
that's just
to
very
pretty much
touching.
whatever they want.
Right, yeah.
Here he is.
This reminds me of 51st Date.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, 'cause that's what he just said. Like he sings the same.
Yeah, but he
type of
sings the song in the movie.
The same song.
No, it's the same song.
The same type of like song.
The same guy?
Yeah, Adam Sandler.
I don't like watching movies.
Bitches have a Caesar.
Fucking Drew Barrymore.
So wait, they're both in that movie and the other movie too?
They've been in like 3 or 4 movies together, I think. There's one where they're in Africa. I forgot what it's called, but it's very sort of like modern day Brady Bunch, where they always have their own kids.
Ghost in the Darkness.
I hope you go to hell.
How you doing, sir?
Get out of the way, Billy. I don't want to hurt you, man.
You're gonna get hurt. Don't you talk to Billy that way.
Fucking Hulk Hogan's brother. All right. Okay. Great.
What's the next movie?
The next movie coming in number 3
My tutor.
is you lost connection. Nobody know. I haven't fucking seen this movie. Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind.
Next movie.
Can you hold on before we move on? Can you name one actor from that movie?
No.
Scarlett O'Hara.
And
And what's the other fucker's name?
No.
I keep wanting to say Bing Crosby. It's not fucking him.
Isn't that like a horse movie or something?
Forrest
yeah, it's a
Whitaker.
horse movie.
I picture horses running in the,
Yeah, no, there's horses
with
in the
their
movie. I think there's horses in the
mane
world that exist in
blowing.
the film that they're
Humphrey
in.
Bogart.
No. You're close though. Fuck, what's his goddamn fucking name?
Humphrey Bogart's in fucking Gone with the Wind.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think you're lying.
Remember
Can you
that
name the movie? Yeah. I can't. I think the quote's from the goddamn movie you're thinking about. All right, number 2. Who can guess it?
Give a damn.
Who can guess it? I'm gonna play an excerpt.
That's the fucking worst list ever.
I know.
Hold on. Shh. Ready? I'm gonna play it real quick.
There we go. Thank you very much.
So, you got a lot of stuff you gotta move in?
Oh,
No,
Carlos
movie
put
is
most of my
totally
stuff
okay.
when I said I was moving out.
What's the name?
This
I
is
just said it.
this is number 2. This is coming in at number 2. Top
Yeah,
10.
I know exactly
Top
what you're
10
saying. I just said
romantic
it, right?
movies. No, you didn't.
It didn't say it?
If you don't get it,
Oh, Pretty Woman.
Oh.
Oh.
it had to be the top floor. It's the best.
Always the best.
And that's when the bitch falls out of the fucking thing and snaps her neck. What's he say right here? He just said it. This is Princess Vivian. And for some reason, she's dressed like a fucking lesbian in this scene. She's got like a fucking blazer on with a fucking man shirt on. Black guy's like, don't jump in my fucking limo.
It's the best.
Did you know that in the original scene for this right here, she was actually with a client up in her thing? And she's like this. She's like, fucking give me hand jobs with you guys. And Richard here comes up, Princess Vivian. She's like, what? Top floor is the best. Let me top you off, guys. My man's here. He rolls up with fucking 4 roses. This guy's a fucking billionaire, and he rolls up with fucking 4 roses.
So what happened after he climbed up the tower and rescued her?
Facial.
She swallows.
I always wish there was a part 2 to this movie.
There is a part 2. You want me to tell you about it? What's your dream?
Check my Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like and subscribe.
And then what I say?
You said, yeah, tramps.
Yeah, tramps.
Me